there's just a small snake waiting on this drying line just outside the washroom, shower room, toilet, and he's very happy there and no concerns, but if he makes himself too much at home, see his little head, he's looking out now, perhaps ready to go, then well, I've got used to him now. The problem of course comes when you accidentally bump into him in the night, tread on him, her, it, and then it's going to bite you. And one thing you can be quite sure about here is that it is poisonous, because they all are, apparently, except one. Ajahn Brahm said that 99, there are 100 snakes, different kinds, here in Thailand. 99 of them are poisonous, and the other one crushes you to death. So it's best not to disturb him, tread on it. Now it's moving its head around a little. I don't know whether it's possible for me to show that. And I'm hoping it's now going to decide it's going to go back into the forest. Hey snake, are you going to go back to the forest? I thought if I just gently flicked a little bit of water over there, it might encourage it to move on. I'll just leave it there for now. Right. I'll let you just keep an eye on things whilst I have a cup of coffee. And wonder what kind of snake that is. It's very beautiful. Beautiful skin. I mean, it's a despicable thought, but you can understand why they make things out of this skin. Although I suppose one can make things out of the skin they shed. Maybe no, that's a little crispy. I think they do kill snakes to make handbags and shoes, etc. Mind you, this would be a very small pair of shoes. It's got a rather rattly looking tail. I wonder if that's a rattlesnake, but I think it would be rattling by now if it was. I might try this water trick again, if we can get any action going. I'm quite high up above it. Well, it would help if I could get the water anywhere near the poor thing. Look, this is what, think of this as astral water, that's blessing water. I'm giving it a blessing. So it's all loving kindness. No, it doesn't bother it at all, look. Let me try again. No. I suppose where they're cold-blooded, they don't feel... Well, it's not very cold, the water anyway, but it might just now decide to stay there if it thinks it's raining. Hey, snake. Well, I I don't need to dry anything. I don't use that thing for drying anything on anyway, really. So that's okay. So this morning I gave a little talk to the Thai people who came for offering food, Sangadana, food. This morning we'd obviously been on alms round as usual, but a few more come at the weekend. It's Saturday. They have the day off, I think, like conventional places. They had somebody who spoke quite good English, so they wanted me to give them a little Dharma talk, which I was happy to do. I usually ask them to say do they have any questions, because that gives you an idea how much they can really understand in terms of English, I mean, the language. And they were concerned about me being here alone, not speaking Thai, and there being no English-speaking people, which, interestingly enough, is what I was talking about just the other day. And I said the same to them, that, well, it's not a problem. In fact, it's very good. It's conducive to my practice. If I am not talking, I didn't tell them I talked to all these strange creatures in the forest, or you, for that matter. The language wasn't up to that. Sadly not. I don't speak any Thai, but I didn't think I could explain that well, so I kept it simple and said that this silence, the no talking, means the mind slows down with its thinking, talking, mental dialogue, in not so many words, and therefore allows some space for real solitude, not just physical solitude, but what we call citta viveka. Actually, I'm expanding now on this. I didn't go into all of this. It would not have been, it wouldn't have translated well. But citta viveka is the refuge. Viveka is refuge, like solitude would be kaya viveka, where we are putting ourselves physically in a cave or under a tree or in the forest somewhere, away from all of things, society and such like. And I'm partly in that situation, but not fully immersed in solitude, because there are actually now only 2 other monks and 1 samanera, so 3 other monks, because one he left yesterday, disrobed, lasik it's called or something, which means to give up the monkhood. Translates from Thai. The Thai word is lasika. We have 1 word for our 4, to give up the monkhood, or give up monkhood, 4 words. Often the case in the Thai language and the Pali language, it seems that 1 word to translate, we need a whole sentence. It may be the same the other way around. I wouldn't know. But certainly dukkha, we translate as suffering, isn't the best translation, of course. It's really the real translation of dukkha is the centre of a wheel, like the hub, where the axle joins a wheel, being slightly off centre, and therefore causing the wheel to roll rather unsatisfactorily with a bump. And this is the translation of the actual Pali word dukkha, literally speaking. So of course that's a whole paragraph of words for 1. Snake, I don't know what the word for snake is. But I shan't bother anyone about it because it's just minding its own business. It was here long before me, and there will be snakes long after me. Possibly this one long after me. I don't know how long they live. One imagines, a snake might live forever, like the Nagas. They have a big faith in Nagas here, which are kind of serpent, snake, water-living dragon things. It's starting to move its head about a lot. So I'm not wondering if it might want to make a move. But rather hard to tell. It could be just quite happy sitting there. So today's little talk is unplanned. I was just making a little picture of the snake. Actually, one good reason for taking a picture of the snake, of course, is if it does bite you and you go to the hospital, I'm sure they're quite used to people, especially us foreigners, getting bitten by snakes. And if you have a picture of the actual snake that bit you, it must help them identify the snake, and therefore which, I don't know if they have particular serums or whatever they call what you have something after you get bitten by something. I certainly don't think my little ant biting antihistamine pills would work, which funnily enough I don't need those anymore. When I was first in India, one bite of an ant was a big problem. But after a few bites of ants, your body builds up its own natural antihistamine. It's getting quite active in the head department, but the body remains absolutely motionless. I'm really not sure how much of this you can see. I've got the camera in a bit of a funny place, so this will be my little video for today. I don't think I need say too much more, but I haven't looked at the comments and questions yet, which may be able to be held over until tomorrow. So I think I'll keep this if it's going to go anywhere, I'd think it would go behind straight into the forest. As you see, it's all surrounded by forest here. This big round thing is just a water tank. So there's one going to the well all the time. And bathroom, washroom door. Snake. Now, I came down here once or twice in the night to use the washroom. This fellow could well have been there then. I didn't pay much attention to that corner. It's dark, of course, at night. I don't put the lights on because you then disturb all of the insects, and all the mosquitoes all come back to life and start straight for the lights. So just to carry a little torch, and with the torch you're just looking at one point of light just to see your way, which is how we often describe samadhi. as being a laser or torch focused on one area. Whereas if you put a lantern or a strip light on, electric light, it lights the whole area. And this is what we would equate to vipassana. Vipassana literally means seeing clearly. That's all. Nothing technical, but seeing clearly all that's around us with mindfulness. I think what it's enjoying some little flies. I don't know whether you can see its tongue poking out from here. It's a small snake. I've got it a bit out of, Well, it's a fine fellow indeed. Very relaxed. That the nature of reptiles is such that I was watching a gecko last night, which is different from a lizard by two ways you can distinguish the gecko and the lizard. The gecko makes more noises. It kind of barks. It makes a roar, roar noise. Lizards don't really make any sound. And one way round or the other, I'm not sure which way round, one just lays an egg and the other way lays a cluster of eggs when it comes to egg laying time. So that's the difference. They actually look different too, different sizes. But watching this gecko, I was thinking they sit motionlessly. Anyway, they sit very still. So I'm trying to talk and get a better picture for you of my new friend here. Maybe I'll have to go up a level on the whole camera thing. There we go. Now I don't have to be skulking around the floor so much. So they remain motionless for hours and hours on end, and I've been watching them for hours and hours on end, and but throughout that time they're very alert. So if a little a little mosquito even as small as that comes near them, you'll see this snake's tongue flicks out and boom, it's got some lunch. So this is absolute stillness but awake and alert, and this is meditation. So they are very meditative creatures. Equanimous also, because they're not fidgeting around, reacting. As I've walked by several times, I've flicked water on it. I've been quite close with the camera, but it's not moving. But when it needs to move, it'll move very quickly and accurately. So equanimous behaviour isn't not caring, it's not a dumbness, it's not a not seeing. It's being very alert, but controlled, accurate. I think you can be sure if you get very close to this snake and it went to bite you, went for the strike, it would not miss. No, I think it would be very quick. Now, I'm not going to test that theory, but let's go and have a closer look, shall we? I think it's got to know me enough to be friends, but I don't want to put that test or that too much to the test. See, it's very small. Nonetheless lethal, I understand. Yeah. So I feel a whole lot more comfortable up the stairs above it, because from where it is there to here would be only seconds. I'm sure it wouldn't come this way, it would go near but away. They're not looking for trouble, but I also don't think he feels cornered. He's got a lot of open space around him. He's got many escape routes. Just likes it there. So I'll leave him be, I think. Okay, I haven't got a name for you really, Snake. Sid? There's a small gecko up there. I wonder if snakes eat geckos, very possibly. See, it still lies, it's looking. It's very beautiful, you are. Lovely colour. It's a very lovely green, a kind of jade green. All those beautiful scales. You see what I mean about the tail? It's got that rattly looking tail. But it isn't a rattlesnake. It would definitely have rattled by now if it was, and that would have rattled me for sure. I'd have rattled straight back up the steps. Why? It's just sound and association, isn't it? Here you should say hearing, hearing. I'm hearing some sound, that's all. But of course we've seen movies, and immediately we would associate that rattling noise with snakes and death. And they get bad press because look how tame and friendly he is. This is a wild snake in the jungle, for real. No harm, doing no harm at all. Hopefully because it knows that I will do it no harm. Yesterday there was a bird laying on the floor, which I thought was dying because it was clearly still alive. And I sat there with it for about 10-20 minutes, wondering really what to do. And then the salmonera came along, and he said something, I don't know what. Anyway, I just carried on, and I thought I'd put some water from a little water bottle I'd just picked up, some water from the place where the water is. And I thought if I pour some water in the lid, it might get its beak in there and drink it. Anyway, it wasn't moving. I could touch its little face, stroke it. Oh, here he is going. And the Samanera, he said something, and I didn't know what he said, but he just got a little stick and poked it, and off it flew. It wasn't dying at all. It was perfectly well. Flew up into the tree and then off. So, what it was doing, I don't know, unless it was its last burst of energy, but it seemed very fit and healthy. So I think all the creatures here are very friendly. Although my friend here at the moment, he was just looking a little, probably bothered that I'm talking. I think they can hear. Clearly I'm no David Attenborough. I don't even know if snakes can hear. I think they don't have eyelids. I know that thing about them. Anyway, I think go back upstairs. So the snakes starting to move. when it stretches itself out, it's quite a lot longer than you think. Well, than I thought. That's a good 1 meter and a bit. Oh, I hope it's not going to go in the bathroom. You don't want to be in a small room with this creature, really, because it will feel threatened, and that's when it's worrying for the snake and for you. Oh, and I hope he's not going to go and eat that gecko. You can probably see the gecko up there now. It's a tiny one. And it's going in the bathroom. No, no, snake, please don't go in the bathroom. Okay. Right. If I go in the bathroom, it should come out. Here goes. No, not in there. Can you go out? That's it. You good snake. You go out. Go on. Yeah, no noise. No, you go out the other way. Oh, that's a long way around of doing it. It's going in one hole, now the other. Oh, now in another hole. Now it's coming out this way. It knows its way around. Really. So now the snake is living in the bathroom. Well, on top of this wall, between the roof and the wall. Not a good place, because you can't even see it now. Never mind. It's like literally along the top of that wall. Well, the thing is, it could have been there all of the time, and I didn't know. So, what's the difference? The difference is that I know. And this is where we have a problem. But I won't let it be a problem. It's there. Nothing I can do about it. I'll maybe leave the bathroom door open. It won't look dark in there then. I think they kind of like shade and dark maybe. Maybe if I rattle the roof with my long broom, it might make it come out. And I'm sweeping the roof full at the same time. Can't be a bad thing to do. Hello, you coming out? I think it's gone behind the buckets in there. But wherever it's gone, it's coming out. Yeah, I'm sure if it was in there, a bit of it will be sticking out because it's very long. Hello, snake. Hello, snake. You gone? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not in there now.